Hi, this is Katja Kunterbund. My name is Kat, and we are doing a 12th night. So we can also call it 13 rough nights. And you are tuning in the fourth and last part of the first session. So from my perspective, that's January. And from your perspective, that's just the next month, the month that's about to come. And as I said, this is part number 4, so you might want to watch part number 1, 2, and 3, and they are of course linked down below. But it's not about making yourself small, actually. And we do have a dragon card who is saying, remember your magnificence. And we have the ancient giant, the sleeping giant, the dormant giant within. Who will awaken within your core, right? Ooh, we are calling that forth. And I also drew, this is also kind of a little deck of mine. It's called Authentic Truth. I will really print it better also, but that's not the point right now, right? But see, I'm a little bit, I feel, what is that? I feel it needs to be, in a way, accurate. So I feel, it's an interesting feeling here. So this is really this, Okay, so I shall speak a little bit about this misunderstanding of Capricorn energy, right? So Capricorn, also sometimes called the goat, right? I'm not Capricorn sun, but I do have my North Node in Capricorn, right? And so what does Capricorn actually? Capricorn has the freaking discipline to go, to kind of within, like it's about having the discipline within and forming really like everything, having this protocol kind of like, okay, 7 o'clock I do this, and then I do this, and then I do, it's very, and then that of course leads to something. So, okay, so that's why they are saying that. I understand. So because everything you start, it's kind of the start of the year, start of new year, new life, new. See how? Okay, not so much at once, please. I can't speak that fast. So, we do have a lot of these. How's it called? What we want to do, like what we change in our life at the year shift, right? And then. But after a few days or weeks, we kind of lose the grip on that, and then it fizzles out. That's what very often happens, right? And so that's why they are bringing Capricorn energy in here, and they are saying, yeah, see, it's about holding the grid. All the time we are coming back to that, like step by step, and not step by step, like yeah, you must not do much, just go a little step. No, that's not what that card is saying. That card is clearly speaking about a mountain. Like we have big goals. It's a mountain, right? It's a mountain. And we can go there. But of course, we need to kind of attune ourselves to the, we need to do ourselves the diligence, I'm hearing. It's this... like a yoga pose, not doing it once and like, oh yeah, feels nice, but yeah, do it every day, like for 30 days, or let's say 21, right? This is 21 days, that's what we need. It's 3 times 7, and that's also the tarot cycle. That's what we need to transform, to really bring something into our, to engrave it actually. So the first 7 days, that's the body get used to it. The second 7 days, that's okay, it becomes a routine. The third 7 days, it's now it really reaches, like we can relax in that position, and now it really reaches our light, and now we can feel the pose. And that's why I was seeing in that pose on the picture, and I have picked that picture out of an opportunity there on in the web from I don't know 30 or something, and that was even the best one, right? Because most people think that yoga is something that should look like something, it should look like that or this, but actually, and that's again this Capricorn energy, to describe how the current feels in the body. That's what I was meaning. It's like, try to describe that, like try to describe a yoga pose, how it should feel within the body. Oh, that's a thing, right? I mean, I did that a lot, so I have some vocabulary around that, but in the end, it all comes back to that there will be kind of more space within yourself. And that's the strange feeling. That's these passages, the meridians, the light that gets opened, the chakras also, but also just all these, 144 meridians within our body. Yeah, it's also 144 meridians. And interestingly, this card was on page 144 from 161 pages. Interesting, right? So this is really about aligning with your all, with all you are, with your true, again, core frequency and everything, right? And so, yeah. So the third, and as I just mentioned, tarot, right? This is in the third septimum, right, of tarot. It's in the third section of the higher arcana. So this is about light body, what's going on really in the light body. And it's, yeah, so it's higher chakra energy also. Okay, and the 13, speaking about higher chakras, the higher chakra number 13, which is linked to this tarot card, this is Mother Earth, the gateway to Mother Earth. This is this very ancient energy we have, and I don't know why I didn't even thought about that before, but now it's linking, it's this spiral, it's this 13, right? Oh my goodness, it's the 13th in the year again, 13th month. Yeah, it's mother energy. And you can, the chakra is about 1 arm's length before you. So if you work with energy, if you do physical work, energetic work, it's all about you kind of embracing what is there, and you can kind of, and this is again a good, and maybe even think about like Easter Island, big beings, and then think about expanding, think about from your belly button, think about expanding the light and then move into that. I love that. So yeah, I understand I can't kind of combine a yoga session with a reading, but still I'm doing that. If you don't like it, I can't help you. I mean, you know what to do. You can just click off, right? That's easy. And yeah, I won't love you less, because we all have our specific preferences. And so this is who I am, right? And I need to express myself like how I am. There is no way around that. And that's like a message for the collective who might be here. And so, as we said with the dragon card, which I will bring in a minute, he said, really remember your magnificence. So that's not only remember your greatness, because greatness, I feel, that's something that's kind of being celebrated from the world. That sounds more worldly, but magnificence, that really sounds miraculous and, wondrous. And yeah, and this tree looks magnificent, actually. Yeah, I mean, Magnus, that's this big magician energy. And so the little card I was drawing before I was distracted from my Capricorn energy, right? It says, hold your head high, which is very Capricorny, right? Have you seen those Capricorns on the mountain top? Wow, now I'm getting it. And they have really the horns, like, yeah, they are so proud there. so cool. And it says you are about to be crowned. And this is interesting that we draw that card, because this deck is all about authentic truth, and most of them are really more on the darker side, because it's really meant to reveal authentic truth. But this message came also through, and in this deck it wanted to be there. And yeah, it's yeah. And when I was told to pick that, I thought I would draw a card to explain the disappointments or something, right? How we feel. You know, that was kind of my thinking, how we feel when we are disappointed. And so still, I mean, I'm telling that still that is kind of, that's a message for this one, right? Hold your head high. You are about to be crowned. So this little magician here who's walking, he's a magician. Yeah, of course. I mean, he had the red coat, right? So it's gonna happen. It's good. Okay. And what I just now realize, this head is laying like on the ground, on the floor, just like the yoga pose, right? It's see? So lay your head down, let your hair down, lay your head down, tune into this deep divine earth frequency. Yeah. So the burning can be here, right? Because here is the burning part. And here's the light. And now I will show you the dragon, and it's amazing because here is basically this energy, which I said I already tuned in. So, and dragon energy, actually that's about ley lines, also meridians within ourselves, because as within, so without. So earth ley lines are your meridians, kind of. And so we can work within our body on earth, kind of. That's an interesting message here also for those of you who are open to that kind of stuff, right? And of course you can also use your body to dance and do like twister, you know, some things where you kind of feel you, I don't know what I'm doing right here, you know, I'm shifting, opening portals maybe in the ground. Yeah. And they are showing me that one right now. So rose, five-pointed star, of course I saw. Golden orange dragon energy is here, and the dragons, they are drawn to their own light, kind of, and that's with all spiritual energies, with all. So if you exude darkness, you would attract dark spiritual energy. It's just how it is. If you exude, if the golden orange light within you is kind of already glowing, then they come in from outside, and then you feel it inside you. Like whenever I feel an expansion of one energy in myself, I feel that, and it's so kind of profound that I feel I need to lay down for 1 or 3 days and just attune to this plus and plethora I'm hearing of more, like it's bountiful then. And so then we kind of, they help us with really feeling that. And this orange gold, that's 5D energy, and it's really about, what are they saying on the card? Let me see. Yeah, it's really about this expanding your light and expand that. For this reading, it's totally meant to expand your light, to kind of provide space for new earth. That's the main message. And there, I read the guidebook side directly before the reading, and checked if there is really anything specific, but the main message is really about getting, this, it is high source creative energy. Like, orange is the color of the sacral, but golden is like when we heal our whole body, then all chakras can hold golden light. So golden orange, that just means your sacral chakra is fully healed. Your sacral chakra is fully healed. So you have released, and we had those old wounds, and I expected here a shadow message. But what came out? Hold your head high. Remember your magnificence. And we all the time come back to that. Like, it's just about you tuning into your truth, and it's like, you're good. And by the way, this will also show itself. It wanted to be here on the table, and it looks a little bit like, can you see it? I guess it looks a little bit like a crown jewel, I feel. I don't know what flower it is. It was on the street in front of my house when I was going out on my very selective shopping days, where I feel like some energies are waiting for me. And if this is directly in front of my door, of course I take it home. And yeah. Sometimes I only take pictures when something speaks to me. For example, this one, I couldn't take him with me home, but I would have loved to. But he strongly spoke to me, and I stood there for 2 hours and took pictures from all sides and spoke with him. And it was just a wonderful moment. It was a very, very cold winter. Yeah. First year when I moved into the realm of my ancestors to kind of cleanse my sacral chakra. So now we have kind of a full circle, here. With from there, where we spoke about that, it's about only what is really of the true core frequency can survive, the shatter and clutter and all that. Shatter and clutter, that's interesting. So maybe shatter some clutter. So as to the crystals, we had sapphire, amazonite, lemon quartz, and sunstone, just so you know. And what will connect you to February, kind of coming out of your creation here, this is azurite, and it says on the card, enhance your creativity. You have it within you, and that matches the hold your head high. You are about to be crowned, and embrace your magnificence and all that, right? Elixir of life. That's kind of what you have found for yourself, like your own happiness, just like I have. We are tuned into our own happy frequencies. We are the rainbow. I get that message strongly. We are in the middle. We are in the rainbow now, right? I got that also with this overview of the year, and even with the ancestors message. We are inside of the rainbow, and inside the rainbow we are creating now, right? And I want to show Uriel wants to be here also. Angel of the South, Archangel, and of the physical realm. And it's like, yeah, so we are creating now from the core. And red and white, this is Christ colors, right? And it's Christmas Eve, actually. Oh, shall we have a G? I have a Jesus deck. Maybe I can take a card. And yeah, and so see, it's like a sun wheel here, what goes out then. But first, you are in your center there. Okay, so this is clearly this dragon energy. It even looks like a dragon right now for me here. Here's the mouth, here's the tail. Love that so much. See, here's one wing. Oh no, the wing is here. Oh, well, it's okay. So, and that was Azurite, right? Yes, Azurite. Azurite creativity links you into February. And this also, of course, was half on February. So it's really about creating into the future. And with the green, I must say, it is kind of lower heart chakra energy. And that's good because, as I said, the mouth who speaks also is the mouth who needs to eat, right? So this is really about, I like to use the example workshops because I have experience with that. And so if you create a workshop, you would create on a flyer, for example, a box where you say what you offer, and then you would also on the back side somewhere have a little box where it says contact and costs, right? And then you just have like your costs, and that's totally normal, right? And this is that energy. It's normal, like you give and you receive, and this must be linked together. And this is kind of what we need to commit to, especially if we do spiritual work and we have maybe old contracts like poverty vows. Yeah, and if we think about it historically, so it was really a place of, it was a thing of survival, right? It was a place of safety, a monastery or a convent. And yeah, and of course you would, and it's similar with being a child, right? So we need to kind of, again, sacrifice. That's how our shadow is created. We need to sacrifice parts of ourselves to be loved, right? To be accepted. So we learn as a child, as we said, this energy is welcomed and that not so much. So we kind of show most of that. And this is the same thing again, same message, right? Good. And they are again showing me the key is to be more grounded. And to be more grounded means to be aware of, yes, I need to eat. Yes, yes. And to eat, I need to cook. And to cook, I need to have an oven. And so there is, being a human goes with physical needs, right? And so that means if your job is not delivering a 3D item like selling a car, but it is maybe, the guy who explains how to drive a car, that's also, if you think about it, kind of mental work, right? And he also kind of charges. So spiritual work, that's the same thing. Yoga instructions, for example, it's you say, you explain how the body is moved, right? And whatever you do, right? Whatever you do as a spiritual work, or whatever you do in your life, you need to be aware of your own needs. And so green, that's just, the normal heart chakra, which is give and receive and be linked to nature again, like fully grounded actually. Yeah. So that's again the message, and I'm super tired right now, and so I guess I need to eat. But I want to end. Oh, that's sweet. We just had the green. Nice. And this comes through a little bit. Okay. Yeah. This actually speaks about the desert. Wow. Okay, so I read both. So, the mountaintop. We had the mountain, right? You made it to the top of your mountain. No one but God knows how much that took from you. You fought a divine battle and you won gold. So that's that energy, right? You did it. We did it. We did it. Yay. That goes with the death also. And it's, as I said, the desert energy. And then we have this little one here, isn't that sweet? And it says, water your garden. And it says, just like young seedlings require tender care, new ideas require frequent nutrition too. Set time and space free daily to prioritize passion projects. So yeah, that's like really to connect with your core here, and to kind of get this whirlwind going here. I'm feeling like, oh, you were speaking about that, right? That energy. And see, it goes in the right direction. Yay! Life is created. Whee! Nice. So yeah, that's that. Okay, cool. I love that. So, and this really is so in alignment, you know, the mountain and the baby steps. Yeah, like little steps. And all comes from this whirlwind deep within us. I don't know why I'm saying whirlwind, but whirlwind. Okay. So that is how we can claim kind of January to be our best January, like to be really fully owned, you know, from our new energy. That's what we want, right? We don't want to have these old imprints coming through, but we want to, that's the purpose of this session, is to bring really our new vision through, and yeah, hold 5D frequency, ground 5D frequency, grow 5D frequency, expand through creative projects, through passion projects, and on the other hand, ground yourself even deeper, right? That's so important. These two, like anchor yourself deeply, deeply, deeply in Gaia, while you are going like bit by bit, and like this is, yeah, I want to do this workshop or that or this, right? And for me, it's like this reading, that, you know. So, and you know, just examples. And that's kind of course, always your job. You are kind of a co-reader of whatever reality shows to you. You read, of course, your own energy, and you hopefully have picked your stuff out of that collective message. What we've done. I mean, we're ready. Huh? You ready? So now I'm happy to receive January in my life. I feel that's like a cool affirmation, right? I'm happy to receive January in my life. I wanted to ring the bell again. And yeah, I mean, that was the purpose, right? To come to this place of, I don't know, a white sheet of paper, I thought, but now this sheet feels like as if there is so much gold already on it. Can you feel it? It's like a thick layer of happiness and gold. And that's great. So we kind of created a picture, but a good one. I feel a good one. Okay, bye-bye. See you. I do have kind of a PS, and it's also a summary. So having closed out and thinking about it, I was thinking about this hold your head high, how we had that, while we on the other side had bow down. Isn't that interesting? So it's yes, bow down, lay your head down on earth. It's like listen to the sound of the ground to be able to sprout then as you are. And again, as you are, as that's enough, right? As you are, you. And kind of every spiritual purpose, and that's the second thing, and the last, and kind of the message. Yeah, we're done. I know. And it is actually the purpose of every spiritual work, no matter what you are doing. And that can be being how's it called? A mechanic, right? Someone who repairs cars. My ex loves that, right? So this is enough, right? Because it is just about doing what you love and emit your true core frequency, like who you really truly are. That's that, right? Nothing else matters. Not the label, not the status, not, yeah, this can go as spiritual work because, you know, it has, I don't know, maybe, you know, like a label like Reiki on it or whatever. But no, actually, we all have frequencies within ourselves, and we all are here to emit them, to broadcast them. And so, and it doesn't really matter what you do, but it's just finding the right channel for your own core frequency, right? To broadcast that in this reality, like from within the rainbow. That's again within the rainbow, within, and not only within the rainbow, but so this whole message about January, I mean, I got a lot about it's about within the rainbow, you know, in this overview of the reading. But in January, we kind of, it's about where are we rooted? And we see it clearly. We are rooted in our core frequency. And so every outer phases design, you know, when you are in creating flyers or whatever, always think about, okay, so what's my favorite color? Not what color is expected to be spiritual. For example, when I first created my table for my very first reading, I was stunned because it was all yellow. Yellow, you know, was the first I saw. Actually, I had a huge yellow butterfly on my first table where I did my first readings. And also green a lot. And yeah, light colors. And, you know, like all these orange stuff and pink and all these who are, you know, said to be lower chakras, right? And most people have spiritual work anchored in violet and stuff like that, indigo, third eye, and the moon, silver. And I mean, nothing wrong with gold, right? Nothing wrong with yellow, nothing wrong with orange in Tibet, you know, the monks, they wear that. Why? Because it's the color of sacral chakra. So guess that's somewhat spiritual, right? It's about creating. And yeah, it's of course also the color where all artists kind of are drawn to. And it is the color, of course, you know, where our sacred flame, that's what this is all about, you know, your sacred flame, where it comes from, where it's rooted in, and that it's all about expressing that. And the only number we had was kind of the 144. And I get usually a lot, like a ton of ancient numbers, but it was 144, and I mentioned that this has the number 6, which is, of course, being rooted in love, right? Always. And we had this full love here, like love yourself as you are. And that's again that, as you are, like all colors, all shades, including the shadows. Shadow is only what others don't want to see. And yeah, so be as you are. That's all. Like January, it's all about standing in your truth, right? Standing in your truth and holding your ground. I want to say holding your freaking ground And here underneath, deep, deep, deep underneath your roots, there is Gaia sleeping. And we want to bring Gaia out in the open, right? New Earth. That's co-creating with Gaia. Not only with the stars, but of course also with Gaia, right? We are rooted here. So yeah. I guess that's it. Bye-bye. Oh, and a very little tiny PS. So I just baked buns, and it's 4, and it's heart-shaped. So 4 heart shapes. And I kind of put them intuitively at the corners. So from the middle, I had put coconut oil in the middle. And then I kind of dipped them into the coconut oil in the middle, which is totally resonating with ancient energy, right? The palm tree and all that, and abundant ancient earth, Lemuria even. And then from that space, kind of stretching out to all 4 sides. It's like emperor energy, the 4 pillars of creation, forming that space for 4 right now. Now finally we have a number. Yeah, and so yay, that's that again. So I love these synchronicities with 3D, and of course I never think about what I'm doing when I'm doing stuff like that, so I just do it, and then I see it, and then it's like, yeah, exactly, that's how it's meant to be. I get the message. So you too, I guess, I hope. So thank you again for being here, and I don't know, let me know what is totally unnerving, if you don't mind, right? Of course I do want to improve, and sure, I want to only kind of stream my true self, but I mean, I can be a little bit polite. And no, I can't, actually, I can't. Take it or leave it.